On August 1922, during the Battle of Dumlupınar, the opposing armies were deployed as follows. Greek order of battle. In summer 1922, the Greek Army of Asia Minor held a front of 713 kilometers, extending from Chios in the Sea of Marmara southeast to a bulge around Eskişehir, thence south to Afyonkarahisar, where it turned west and south over the Ardag mountain and then followed the right bank of the Büyük Menderes River to the Aegean Sea. The line had been established following the retreat of autumn 1921, after the Battle of Sakarya. The Army of Asia Minor had its headquarters in Smyrna and was commanded by Lieutenant General Georgios Hatzianstis, with Major General Georgios Balatas as his chief of staff. It comprised a force of 220,000 men, of whom 140,000 were situated at the front but only 80,000 were counted as front-line combatants. The Army's equipment comprised 264 field guns, 980 machine guns and 2,592 submachine guns, as well as 55 aircraft. The northern sector of the front, from the Marmara Sea to around Eskişehir, was covered by the 3rd Corps, and the southern sector, a wide bulge around Afyonkarahisar, by the 1st Corps with 2nd Corps as its immediate reserve. The remaining southern sector of the front along the Menderes was lightly held by rear echelon units under the Smyrna Superior General Military Command. The Greek combat units were structured as follows, from north to south. 3rd Corps, headquarters at Eskişehir, under Major General Petros Soumalas, with Colonel N. Spiropoulos his Chief of Staff. 11th Infantry Division under Major General Nikolaos Klardas, covering a sector of 60 kilometers from the Sea of Marmara up to Bileşik. The Bileşik sector, linking the 11th with the 3rd Division, was held by the 16th Infantry Regiment detached from the 11th Division 3rd Infantry Division under Colonel Georgios Gortzis, covering a sector of 50 kilometers from Bozdag to Pursat. 10th Infantry Division under Colonel Dimitrios Papanikolaou, covering a sector of 50 kilometers around Karatokat. Independent Division under Colonel Dimitrios Theotokis, covering a sector of 50 kilometers around Sayagazi. Eskişehir Military Command. 1st Corps, headquarters at Afyonkarahisar, under Major General Nikolaos Trikoupis, with Colonel Alexandros Merantitis as Chief of Staff. 5th Infantry Division under Colonel Nikolaos Rokas, covering the border sector north of Afyonkarahisar. 12th Infantry Division under Colonel Periklis Kalidopoulos, covering the Inskarahisar sector east of Afyonkarahisar, including the Kalila Heights. 4th Infantry Division under Colonel Dimitrios Diamaris, covering the Kamala sector to the south of Afyonkarahisar. 1st Infantry Division under Major General Athanasios Frangou, reinforced with the 49th Infantry Regiment, covering the Ardag sector to the southwest of Afyonkarahisar. The Plastiras Detachment, under Colonel Nikolaos Plastiras, comprising Plastiras' own 542nd Zone Regiment and the 13th Mountain Artillery Squadron, both detached from the 13th Division, as the Corps Reserve. Due to lack of forces, the 1st Division left 10-kilometer sector at the Kahisa Ravine was left uncovered, and a further 6-kilometer gap existed between the lines of the 1st and 4th Divisions. 2nd Corps, headquarters at Kazligulhamam to the northwest of Afyonkarahisar, under Major General Kamon Digenais, with Colonel I. Vasilakopoulos his Chief of Staff. 9th Infantry Division under Colonel Panagiotis Gardikas, covering the Sarastag Gap with 2 battalions, while the rest were kept as a reserve at Duga. 13th Infantry Division under Colonel Miltiadis Kaibalais, covering the Demila sector with 1 regiment, with the 542nd Zeb Zone and an artillery squadron detached to 1st Corps, and with the other regiment as reserve at Asania. 7th Infantry Division under Colonel Vasilios Kourasopoulos, as reserve around Everett Kutaya Military Command, with 4 battalions. covering the lines of communication in the rear area. 2nd Infantry Division under Colonel Stylianos Gonatash, reinforced with 5 battalions, covered a line of 170 kilometers west of its base, USAK, on the southern flank of 1st Corps, along with the Cavalry Division under Major General Andreas Karlinski's Roides, which was under direct Army command control. Turkish Order of Battle. Commander-in-Chief, Chief of the General Staff, Minister of National Defense, Merliver Kazim Pasha. Western Front Kocaeli Group, 18th Division, 15th Regiment, 24th Regiment, 25th Heavy Artillery Regiment, 1st Army 4th Corps, 8th Division, 8th Brigade, 131st Regiment, 135th Regiment, 189th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 5th Caucasian Division, 5th Caucasian Brigade, 9th Regiment, 10th Regiment, 13th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 11th Division, 11th Brigade, 70th Regiment, 126th Regiment, 127th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 12th Division, 12th Brigade, 35th Regiment, 36th Regiment, 34th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 1st Corps, 23rd Division, 23rd Brigade, 31st Regiment, 68th Regiment, 69th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 15th Division, 15th Brigade, 38th Regiment, 45th Regiment, 56th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 14th Division, 14th Brigade, 25th Regiment, 26th Regiment, 30th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 57th Division, 57th Brigade, 37th Regiment, 39th Regiment, 176th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 5th Cavalry Corps, 1st Cavalry Division Cavalry Brigade, 10th Cavalry Regiment, 11th Cavalry Regiment, 14th Cavalry Regiment, 21st Cavalry Regiment, 2nd Cavalry Division Cavalry Brigade, 2nd Cavalry Regiment, 4th Cavalry Regiment, 13th Cavalry Regiment, 20th Cavalry Regiment, 14th Cavalry Division Cavalry Brigade, 3rd Cavalry Regiment, 5th Cavalry Regiment, 34th Cavalry Regiment, 54th Cavalry Regiment, 6th Division, 6th Brigade, 50th Regiment, 51st Regiment, 52nd Regiment Artillery Regiment, 3rd Cavalry Division, 27th Cavalry Regiment, 28th Cavalry Regiment Dinar Detachment, 59th Regiment, 2nd Corps, 7th Division, 7th Brigade, 2nd Regiment, 23rd Regiment, 41st Regiment Artillery Regiment, 4th Division, 4th Brigade, 40th Regiment, 42nd Regiment, 58th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 3rd Caucasian Division, 3rd Caucasian Brigade, 7th Regiment, 8th Regiment, 11th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 2nd Army, 3rd Corps, 41st Division, 41st Brigade, 12th Regiment, 16th Regiment, 19th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 61st Division, 61st Brigade, 159th Regiment, 174th Regiment, 190th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 1st Division, 1st Brigade, 3rd Regiment, 4th Regiment, 5th Regiment Artillery Regiment Provisional Cavalry Division, 37th Cavalry Regiment, 38th Stone Cavalry Regiment, 33rd Cavalry Regiment, 6th Corps, 16th Division, 16th Brigade, 43rd Regiment, 44th Regiment, 46th Regiment Artillery Regiment, 17th Division, 17th Brigade, 62nd Regiment, 63rd Regiment, 47th Regiment Artillery Regiment. Bibliography. Celal Erkan, Komutan Ataturk, CILTI2, UCUNCU Basım, Turkey Ares Bankası Kültür Yayınları, Istanbul, 2001, ISBN 975-458-288-2, pp. 639-641. Despotopoulos, Alexandros. Eta mu iota kappa rho alpha sigma iota alpha tau iota kappa eta kappa alpha tau alpha sigma tau rho o micron phi eta. The Asia Minor Catastrophe. iota sigma tau omicron rho iota alpha tau omicron epsilon epsilon lambda lambda eta nu iota kappa omicron epsilon theta nu omicron epsilon sigma tau omicron mu omicron sigma iota epsilon nu epsilon omega tau epsilon rho omicron sigma epsilon lambda lambda eta nu iota sigma mu omicron sigma alpha pi omicron tau omicron 1913 omega sigma tau omicron 1941. History of the Greek Nation, Volume 15. Modern Hellenism from 1913 to 1941. Ekdoti Athenon AE. pp. 200 to 233.